feels like basketball, right?
It does feel like basketball. That's really one of the things I thought this morning when I got up and came over was, man, it finally feels like basketball season. So speaking of,
I had a great trip to Cayman. You know, it was played really well, won 2 games out of 3, and got a lot accomplished. Got exposed some too, and some things we've worked on since we've been home, and got a chance to go to the finals, and wasn't able to bring home the trophy we all wanted to, but we got better. You know, we had 5 games on the road. The bookends weren't great, but in between tasted good.
Yep. So how tough is it? I mean, I know it's early in the year. You guys have only played a handful of games so far, but you know, when you get later on in the year and you talk about conference tournament or, you know, postseason tournaments and that stuff, you're expected to play multiple games, multiple days. But how difficult is that this early in the year to have to play 3 times in 3 days? For you guys, for Utah, for everybody.
Yeah, that's why we did it. You know, you play in those 3-game back-to-back-to-backs like that in preparation for the conference tournament. A lot of these tournaments, they give you a day off. We kind of chose that one so we could play 3 games in 3 days. And we told our guys that, and unfortunately we didn't finish the job like we wanted to, and that was disappointing, honestly, to lay an egg, to play a really bad half like we did in that 6th half, because I really thought, for the most part, we've had really 5 good halves going into it, some elite halves, and it just gives you the idea of how well we can play if we can continue to put it all together.
So you mentioned conference tournament and kind of preparing for that. Well, the conference season is on us already. Here we are, you know, last couple of days of November, getting ready to start December, and we've got Tarleton coming in to this building, and then at the end of the week, you guys will go on the road to ACU. A little early in the year for a couple of conference games, then you'll have some more non-con before you jump back into that. But how important is it with these two WAC games to get off to a good start, to get off to a 2-0 start there?
You'd hate to be sitting here at end of November, 1st of December, playing a conference league game, right? I mean, because you don't know everything about your team, and your team surely can change a lot between now and January or February. But everybody's the same. So, you know, both teams, we're all 3 the same, 4-2, still trying to figure it out. We both have won some games on the road. Both teams play really hard. You know, I'm excited. You know, every time you start league play and you get to play at home, you know, we're sitting here right now, buckets here in the student section. Hope this place is full tomorrow at 6:30. Understand how big a game it is. The first conference game sets the tone to me for what league play is going to be. And us playing Tarleton State in here at home, we need everybody here. And it's going to be a heck of a battle.
So, you mentioned we're here in the student section right now, the home of the Purple Haze here at SFA. And it's situated, I think, in a pretty good spot. A lot of student sections, maybe you put them behind.
A long ways away from me.
Yeah, you put them behind the bench, but I like right here, you're right down the line. You can make a little eye contact with opposing teams and coaches.
Right behind the referees.
That's right behind the referees too. How important is that really, though? Like when you go into a place and they've got a student section that's just kind of in your grill all night long, I mean, how big of a factor is that really?
It is. I tell you, one of the few places that I really have noticed when we've got a couple in our league, when the students are at the end of the baseline, it's probably the only place I ever hear them is when they're on the baseline versus behind me, because I can block it out behind me and I don't hear anything. But I walk down towards the end of the baseline, I do hear the students when I walk down for whatever reason. So I want our students and our fans to know, be on that baseline, be loud, be rowdy, be crazy, and impact the game, because you can.
Coach, big week of WAC basketball this week, and then we're going to talk again before we get into some more stuff. Glad you had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you it does look like you got a little bit of a tan going on.
I've got that Native American blood in me. I tan really easy, so I got out on the water, and we didn't even talk about swimming with the stingrays like our guys did. Yeah, it was really cool, and so I got, they don't make a bathing suit big enough for me, so but it was good. We had a lot of fun.
Good deal. Purple Haze, Lumberjack fans, all of you, be here in the Sawmill on Wednesday. 6:30 is the tip. This section right here, though, we need this section right here to be full
and loud.